Hey everybody, it's been a while since we've done one of these. It's another tier list for the player cards of Arkham Horror the card game. We're on to Mystic events for this episode, so it's going to be a good time. So, we're doing this for all Mystic events up to Edge of the Earth, but not right at Equilibrium, just because the card for it does not exist on Arkham DB for the card art. Yeah. But, as Bryn said before this...
Just imagine it right in the middle.
Yeah.
As equal as all things should be. So we're doing this for multiplayer, so we can grab a pretty easy like S tier, and just drop that one up there. This is
that one's no good.
Deny existence level 0 can slip there too.
Yeah, that's another tasty.
Delve 2D can probably slip there. First row.
Boop 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 boop. Easy. It's all easy so far.
Yeah. What are the bad ones?
Yeah, what are bad ones?
Hypnotic Gaze.
Mind Wipe 3.
Mind Wipe 3, yeah.
Hypnotic Gaze is better than you give it credit for.
I refuse to acknowledge that possibility.
I will fight for that card when we get there.
Alright. I don't know what it does. I cancel the attack.
You know how you don't like dodge, but it's cost 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other ones that we think are just like amazing or just D tier? We like to always start with those. I don't think so. I think we're gonna find as we make this list, like the cards that you think that like aren't great for this one are just gonna sit like in the C tier. There's no
I think the recharge level 2 is pretty garbage.
Sure, that's another one, yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Drawn to the Flame.
Drawn to the Flame.
Easy A+.
Yeah. I think when there's a more limited collection, like when this just came out, this was like an S tier because it was just
absolutely,
like, but at this point now with all the other cards, it's fallen down.
Just better things to do with your money.
Yeah.
Or with your cards.
Yeah, this doesn't cost money.
Whatever.
All right.
That should be saying a lot.
Yeah. Water Protection 0.
Also A+.
Yeah. I think it's better than this one too, just because saying no to the game is good. Why don't over here? Let's grab level 5 as well.
That's probably like an A tier card for me.
Yeah, I'm with
5
you.
experience is a lot, man.
And there's a lot you want to be buying with your cards.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that.
Alright, easy. Oh, this is so easy so far. There's just so much. I mean, Mystic is the one that like we have all played we have like the most rounded knowledge in because we've played the most Mystics
yeah, that's fair.
in comparison to like I've played the least Guardians easily. Bryn's played the least Seekers easily. Travis has played the least Rogues easily. But like Mystics we're all like competent in, Alright, but now let's know what the heck does this spell do?
Line Light's pretty
it's
okay.
an evade.
So this evade, it uses your brain.
Yeah.
It's like a B card. Maybe
Succeed,
it's
deal
like
1 damage.
It's like okay.
Yeah. Like, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. That's what there is to say about this card.
Yep.
There's an upgraded one. What's the difference?
More damage, question mark?
Maybe.
2 damage, yeah. And it costs only 1.
I think this one's like a bit higher. It's 2
Same-
experience, right?
Yeah, same in B or just like high B and then
I think it could be like a low A card.
Whoa, it's crazy.
I think that card's quite good. Especially if you're like can consistently get the it's really good for supplementing a combat thing for like taking down the big bosses.
Yeah, and also just
Where you just get to evade them and then like chunk them for 2 points.
Yeah.
Something you wouldn't want to commit, like adding, or if you have a deck you don't want to add like Mist of Relay to.
It also just seems like a fun card for like a not like crazy big spells, but just like you're using a ton of little things to deal with enemies.
No, I am very interested in playing a Paralag this deck at some point.
Yeah.
I think this card would be an all-star there.
Alright, Mind Wipe level 1.
Can you just like put it at the top of B and not think about it too much?
Yeah. This one, it really fluctuates depending on the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like in Forgotten Age, it's really good, right? Other places, it doesn't really do anything. So B is, I think, a perfect place for it.
Don't kill my snakes. Oh, this snake forgot he's a snake.
Yeah.
He's not a snake.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine.
He walks with human feet.
Yeah.
Well, no, he is still
go
a
ahead and kill
snake.
him.
Just Yig forgets that he's mad about it.
But there's also like a lot of enemies where they're like, if you have 3 vengeance, I don't ever take damage ever again.
Yeah. I like how like the day what we record on the day like carries over through all of our videos.
Well, yeah, no,
It's
you're
the
right.
truth,
He
it's
didn't
the
take
truth,
damage
though.
ever.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Bind monster.
I feel like this one's pretty dirt.
Is it a C or is it down in D? I love the art. That guy or whatever it is pissed.
It's like low C, high D, I think. Like, it requires you to... You have to pay experience to play your deck.
Oh no, you guys can see this.
And then you have to, like, pass a test, and then you have to keep passing tests.
It is experience. Wow.
Like, no, this is a D tier, because this card costs 3. Oh my god. I thought this was cost 2 to play and 1 experience to play your deck. This is trash.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But what if you need to pass a brain test every turn for things?
Oh my god.
I don't know what those things would be, but
Wow.
I think Recharge level 2 deserves to be at the top of the D tier.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's do it.
At least it has function.
I think these
The
two.
function you put in your deck so you get the level 4 version for only 2 experience.
No, the function is that you get to gamble on getting a free copy of whatever spell you were using. You get to take that
Yeah,
risk
but-
instead of just accepting that it's gone.
It's not for real.
Moonlight.
You see, put it in your deck.
Moonlight Ritual.
I think this card belongs firmly in the C tier
Yeah.
because it is so very narrow.
Yeah, and you'll know.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't just put it in every deck. Like that's how we rate these. Like how these fit like anywhere. And I think this is like obviously in the Doom deck, it's like a crucial piece, but like otherwise,
Yeah, in any other deck, it's kind of not great.
yeah, it
doesn't-
really should commit for a brain.
Yeah,
as
it doesn't
well.
even commit for good things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's call back the stat. Going back to all the videos. See when you can place this in our recording schedule. Hypnotic Gaze, level 0.
This is like a low C tier card. But it is not quite D tier card, I don't think.
Cancel. Oh, it's the one that, the dodge. I already forgot what it was. Yeah, I think low C is fine. I think that's, like, it's not a bad, like, it's not, like, terrible. But, like, it's the same as, like, the Hand of Fate, just probably worse.
Definitely worse.
Yeah, definitely worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worse than Vacuum, but if you're playing around it, it's probably better.
Yeah. Alright. Uncage the Soul.
S.
Sure, let's throw it up there. I mean, it's a staple.
Yeah.
S for staple.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, all of them.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Yeah, not much to say, just great card. Astral Travel.
Oh man, this is like way up at the tippy top, the S++ tier.
This can sit in D tier, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's try that over.
yeah, I mean, I don't think the card's like bad. You were able to get like,
You can get all kinds of cool shit out of Astral Travel.
I think it's a little bit better than Mind Wipe level 1. Just because it's a little more flexible.
yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes the game's like, oh no, you splinched David Renfield, and you're like,
Oh yeah, good.
is that an accident though?
And then the game looks at you like, oh my god, this person's a psychopath.
Okay, David, I want you to get in the portal, but only halfway.
Yeah. Wait, you're gonna close the door? Ah!
Storm of Spirits is probably an A tier card.
I think so too.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm playing a non-combat focused Mystic and I'm looking for something to shore up my team's ability to solve monsters, Storm of Spirits is probably what I'm looking at. It's either that or Knife Hands.
Yeah.
It depends
Possibly
on what they're
both.
building. If they're building like a big gun deck for me, like they're gonna play Lightning Gun, I'd probably go with Storm of Spirits. But like 9% of the time, I'm picking Knife Hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Storm of Spirits is just real solid.
It is really solid though.
Quantum Flux.
None of the other things you said were untrue.
I think this fits like with Moonlight Ritual. I don't think it's D.
When Quantum Flux is good, Harvey's not exploding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like Patrice, you can like recycle and not get your thing. But I
Yeah,
think
like it's fine.
But I think overall it's
Yeah,
just down
it belongs right beside Moonlight.
here. Yeah. Time Warp.
This one's pretty solid.
Undo that action.
It's like a low A, high
High
B.
B. Yeah.
Yeah, like the fact that it costs 2 is not ideal.
Honestly, probably just a high B.
But
I don't think it's impactful enough to be like.
It's like what you get. You basically get to redraw shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
no, you get to choose a different course of action if the one you're currently on is not going to work
Yeah,
because you made bad decisions.
I guess.
So then the question is, why were you making those bad decisions in the first place?
Yeah, it's like, what are you gonna do? I'll try the test,
Yeah.
and if I fail, I'll just do something else. Like, if it was good enough to try the test once, why not try it again?
Because this functions as like a safety net,
I guess.
where you can try to do something that'll get you killed if it fucks up, but then like if it does, you're just like cool, and then not that though.
I'm pretty sure that if it gets you killed, you can't play this.
Finish resolve, yeah. Yeah, you have to resolve it fully, yeah.
I'm
But maybe
pretty
you're like, in
sure.
retrospect, that wasn't the smart thing to do, and I'll just grab a clue
I
instead.
guess. Yeah, sure.
Dark Prophecy.
It's like a low B, high C tier card, I think.
Yeah.
Probably like a high C tier card. Even when I look at like playing token manipulations and decks, this one isn't super high on the list.
This one's super high on the list of Diana Stanley cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just throw it at anything.
Literally anything. Basic Investigate that you can't hope to pass.
That's
Done.
right, everybody. You too can play a C tier card in your Diana Stanley deck to get your brain slightly better.
Yeah, but it's also literally free.
It is literally free.
Yeah, you do also get to play
Because
like...
you get the money and the card back.
Look,
Yeah.
stop disparaging Diana. You get to play 2 of the S tier cards for like additional benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't disagree.
I know you don't.
Counterspell.
Yeah, this card's like okay.
Yeah, I believe the term they use is Tychus.
I think this is a little bit better than Time
Oh,
Warp.
sweet. Yeah, this card lets you pass tests that you have no business
Yeah.
beating, because you can just like face tank it and be like, maybe I got it.
Yeah.
You just run into it and you're like, there's 6 tokens in the bag.
Yeah.
There are actually zeros.
Yep. Yeah. It is one of those things too that like a lot of these stuff, especially like stuff like that's we're gonna imagine is gonna sit in this low A tier, is in that weird spot where Mystics like you just have so much other things to spend your experience on. So you're just
Yeah.
like last scenario like I'll grab a counter spell because it's just good. Premonition.
My opinion of this card has fallen quite a bit.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Where would you put
Okay, I'm listening.
it? Yeah.
Probably like C.
Wow. That is quite a bit. I used to love this card. What made it change?
It doesn't really do anything. Like, it does something where you can like plan your turn ahead, but it just...
Yep.
It does do something, but I just find I don't have room in my decks for it anymore.
Mhm.
It's not worth the card slot, and it's not worth the card to like actually play as a cost. I'd be a lot more... This is like just an augur, right? I'd be a lot higher on this if it was a spell, so you could like fish out with the Arcana shit and up your spell count.
Yeah,
but it just kind of... Like, it's a card you have to draw for the turn, and then it just kind of works out one action.
I mean, like, sometimes you also just get eaten by this guy.
Yeah.
Like, you see it and you're like, I'll do these things to stop it, and then the things you try to stop it are the things that made it happen.
It
Yeah.
still is
Like,
S tier art. Like we're
Yeah, well, that's not what we're here for, though. Like, you play it and you like pull the auto fail, and you're like, okay, I just spent a card on nothing.
yeah.
In many cases, anyway.
Yeah, it depends how important the test you are going to run is.
Yeah, it's still just... Like, it could be nice insurance for, like, a big test, but I think there's better ways to do that.
Yeah.
I would much rather have, like, a counter spell, or
Oh, yeah.
Jacqueline's ability, or...
To me, I think it's no higher than B tier for me.
Yeah.
Like because like the cards I think it does get better when you have more people because you can like plan accordingly. Like if you
Yeah.
play solo, you're like why are you playing this solo? You're like I know what I'm doing now, right?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think with more people, it's good. So I think it's like I'm feeling like where I put it, like lower B, or maybe like to me personally above this card, but just because.
I think
That's
that's
just-
entirely unfair, but...
Yeah. What do you think, Bran?
I think, I don't know. I mean, like, you can use it for some pretty solid griefing where you throw it and try to grab a hard token, and then you're like, pass my actions.
Yeah.
You
And then
pass your
somebody's-
actions to just drawing cards or something?
Yeah. Because you're griefing.
I thought you were trying to be sneaky about it.
No.
No, not at this
No.
point.
Times have changed. Times have changed.
Not at this point.
Okay, Brandon, it's your turn. I passed all my actions.
I'll go run and grab that enemy and then run him back over here and die to the attacks of opportunity. Here you go.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness. Is there a traitor among us? Sacrifice.
The Sacrifice is a card I've come around on. I think the card's very good now. I think that's like an A+ card.
I think it depends who you're killing.
No, who, what?
No, who.
It's discard 3 cards or gain 3 resources.
You draw
or any
3 cards.
combination
That'd be
of
pretty
thereof.
crappy if you had to discard a card from play and you have to discard 3 cards.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, it's good.
It helps a lot with some of their economy issues. Like, it gives you use for like burnt out spells. It gives you an answer to like actually any purple card that has Doom on it.
Except,
Blood Pact.
yes.
Or if you're marrying, you choose playing your investigator card.
What do you mean you can't kill investigators at your location?
That would be pretty funny. No, it's only 1 experience too. Like, it's so easy to throw in your deck.
Easy to fit in. Yeah, I support that. Hypnotic Gaze.
That is
not Hypnotic
occult
Gaze.
invocation. Eldritch
This
Invocation.
one's Hypnotic Gaze.
That's a
Eldritch
different
is,
thing.
yeah, it's been a long day it's recording. That's, Justin's mush brain's kicking in.
Also, we haven't played with this card in a very long time.
The last time I played it was the Jim Sculver.
I think this card is pretty dirt.
I agree. I think it's like it sits in this boat where like the dream of it is like let's go, but the reality of it is stinky poo poo.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's pretty well where it belongs.
Let's grab
Like,
its- let's
I
grab its
could
brother,
see
too.
myself playing it in a deck.
This one's a little better because you get to replicate all of the curse token or bless token effects
Yeah.
that you
Yeah, I still think I think over here is good. I even like it a little bit more than that one because in the decks that like you take advantage of it. But God, I am so mad at you, Jim Sculver. All right, I need to look up this card.
I think
because-
Banish is pretty okay. I know all these cards because I finished writing all the Investigator decks not too long ago. You know how many times I've looked at every purple card in the game
Yeah.
in the past 2-3 months?
Move the enemy just evaded to any location in play. Oh, that's nice. 1 experience, 2 cost.
Yeah, and if you hit a bad symbol, then it
doesn't
like
ready.
freezes them.
That's
Yeah, like
nice.
this card's pretty
That's
good
nice.
actually. Yeah, I
It
think-
should, it should say that if you hit the tentacle, it doesn't ready as well because it won't. Your evade wasn't successful.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So
Just
fun.
to greet
To rub
people.
it in.
Yeah, just like.
I think it's up here kind of like with this. Obviously,
Yeah.
killing is better than just moving, but
It depends what you're moving.
it's true. Wow, I love this. How we need. Oh, I just love how this like looks. I don't know why all the purple cards, the shape. Deny existence 5.
No,
I think it's an A+
This is
card.
like D tier. It costs 5 XP, man.
It's
It is
the only bad thing about it though. Like most of the time when you play this, you get so much tempo in the game, you just kind of can't lose.
Yeah.
But like 5 experience is a lot for something that doesn't actively win you the game.
It could help you win the game if you commit it for a wild symbol.
This next card, Joseph.
I suppose there was also like there is like the situation like you lethal damage turns into massive healing and then like just that's so incredible for a card.
I'd put Drawn to Flame at the bottom of this pile, I think.
Sure.
So we should have been playing those during Innsmouth. So that we could be like, drown? No, thank you.
Yeah.
Also, lots of free air.
I've grown gills temporarily.
Stargazing.
Stargazing
this-
won't help you win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this card, it belongs in B tier
Yeah.
somewhere. It's not
Yeah.
like actively bad. I wouldn't be mad
Yeah.
if one of you guys was playing it, but I'd be like I wouldn't play,
Yeah. That's why I always give you the action. I always stack the deck so
Yeah.
I know you'll draw it. Because then you'll be like, at least Justin did it for me. Yeah, I think it's this is a card that I like, but just because like I like the put in the card in the Mythos deck. Like
Yeah.
I like that part of it,
Yeah.
but the card's
It
not,
does do a
like,
very
great.
unique
Yeah,
thing.
Justin also likes the Hobbit that makes Tom Bombadil.
Yeah.
Like, it's cute. It's not bad by any stretch. It's like, I wouldn't go so far as to say it's good. It's just not that.
They could have pushed it a little bit more too.
Yeah.
Like it could have been fast.
Yeah.
It being an action is like
You're
really
telling me
chunky.
looking up in the sky is a full action?
Yeah. Oh man, we're killing this. Only 20 minutes in. It's so easy with Mystics because they're like. I mean, I guess there's also like less events because there's so many assets.
Open Gate can be the bottom of C tier, I think.
Yeah, we've tried to play this card and it just never.
No,
is.
we had fun.
It did work in our all Mystics, but I was.
We had 9 of them.
I know. I mean, okay, now I'm gonna be
Fine.
real. I was slowly taking mine out without telling you.
What?
I
also was taking mine.
What?
I only had one left. By
I
the
played
end.
that entire campaign with this piece of crap in my deck.
Yeah, I was just slowly taking them out.
You guys are
I remember one
awful.
scenario was like, we have 9 of them, and I'm just like, we do. We have 9. I think I took the first one out in
Friends
scenario.
are also like, oh, we have 9. I'm like, yeah.
I
we
think
have
I took the
9.
first one out in scenario 2.
Yeah.
I played the entire campaign with these in my deck.
Yeah, and they were very helpful.
Fuck you.
All right, we got some nice ones here. Read the signs.
That's probably top of A plus.
Oh man, so you play this with Diana Esperance,
Mm-hmm.
and you're playing that stupid enraptured skill.
Mm-hmm.
So you can fire this out of Diana Esperance and then just put the counter back on her.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, how many times do I need to play read the signs before the game is over?
5.
And yeah, I mean, like that's probably about the short answer.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's neat.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Strong card.
Yeah.
It is a very strong card. A 3 form, a less strong card.
Less strong, but I still don't think it's like bad.
The
No.
lower the player count, the stronger this card is.
Yeah. I think it's like a low A tier. I think Heart's still fine.
Yep. No, that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
You can also use this card to just like buy yourself out of some pretty hairy situations where you're like, I'm a ghost.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like Ghost S tier flavor, but once again, sadly, that's not what we're doing here today.
Yeah, like Banish and Blinding Light, I'd like rather have just in general. I think they're more generally useful. But Ethereal Form is fine for what it does. Good for what it does, even, I think.
Yeah. Knife Hands.
Fucking
To the top.
Yeah, yeah.
Good card.
Which
Stab.
one do we have to give more to?
Clues actually win you the game.
Yeah, knife hands or knife hands though. How sick is that?
I think it's actually, like, so Knife Hands is like...
I think Knife Hands has a bigger impact on the game.
I was going to say, actually, thinking about it, like, I think Knife Hands is a little bit better. Because Knife Hands is an immediate problem, or immediate solution to, like, an immediate problem. Whereas, because if you can't kill the monster, it will kill you. But if you have to spend 2 actions investigating instead of getting them both with Read the Signs, or, like, even 3 actions investigating because your book is garbage, then, yeah. Read the Signs, or Knife Hands is better.
And the thing about Knife Hands too, as we were talking about in the video that came out yesterday on the channel, was that just that free engage can like is like so good.
Yeah.
All right, man, it's just a square. Word of Command, strong card.
He's pretty okay.
Yeah, I think Word of Command also belongs near the top.
Ooh, let's go.
Why would you say this?
Because what are you building your deck around?
A variety of spells.
Right? What if you don't got the one you need?
Like,
This is so much cheaper than buying another Shriveling 5.
yeah, but... Like, is it worth it to... In a lot of cases, the answer is, like, yes. But it's like, how often is your card okay if it costs you a card, 2 extra money, and another action?
Yeah, then you just you play and you get your Uncage the Soul.
You can't.
Oh, it's a spirit. Fuck.
Yeah. I use my Uncage the Soul to play Uncage the Soul.
If it got rituals, this would be the best card in the game.
It would be sick. I think it's an A-tier card.
Yeah, I personally like it more than Ward of Protection.
Yeah, like it enables some cool stuff, but like it's just like if you're shriveling, would you play shriveling if it costs you 2 actions to play, and then like 2 cards, you have to discard another card, and it costs you 5 money?
I mostly end up playing Word of Command in my Clover Mystics, and getting a full 6 Sense is worth the extra time for me. But I do agree with like a Shriveling, like you
What
probably have more actions to like.
When do you ever have an empty 6 Sense?
Pardon?
When
No,
you-
like a full experience.
Okay.
Like the level 0 one, no, I wouldn't do that. But
Yeah.
like the fully upgraded one.
Like no, I'm not saying it's a bad card. I just
Yeah.
don't think it's quite on the level of all those other ones.
I think it just brings a lot of consistency to your game.
You know, I think Drawn to the Flame might not. I think I'm just looking at this, and I think it's like down here, seeing all these.
It has definitely dropped with how many more options
Yeah.
Seeker or Mystics have to get clues. That's fair.
Tides of Fate.
This card's like, yeah. That pile of cards are good in like a deck.
Yeah. Do we have any more of those in here? This one is.
I think that one belongs in the same pile of only good in that deck.
I disagree.
You know, I don't you know, I think it's like kind of like in this area. It's kind of like between and because if you get some of it working, it's like good. But even then, like
It does not take very many.
yeah, the odds
tokens.
aren't bad.
No, they're like good. Having like a single.
Oh, no, sorry,
one-two
but
blast
even,
is,
like, with, like-
85% chance.
Yeah, but even like without any, like it's not
Oh,
like
yeah.
bad odds.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna pay a card out of my hand for 85% chance of an effect.
I do it all the time.
I know.
Bryn knows
It
how
works
Bryn know
out.
how the odds were against him. 85 is
85 is like fucking 0.
I think I've only seen this card whiff once ever.
yeah. I think I only whiffed once when you were doing the Sister Mary stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that card's a lot more niche.
Like, you do need to play blessed cards to make it work, but there's
Mhm.
lots of blessed cards. It's not difficult to find blessed cards that you want to play.
I think in purple it kind of is.
Well, you usually play non-color. That's what I'm getting at. In purple, it is definitely a little bit tougher than just purple, but
Read near impossible.
Yeah. Well, that is a good point, but I mean, like, I think it's
Like, sure, the effect is strong, but I can just play Ward of Protection.
I think the thing is that
purple
yeah,
protection and this.
you know, to me though, like what makes it to me a little bit more above these guys is that I look at these guys and I'm like, most of the time, like even like this one is like, most of the time when I'm doing these, I still don't feel great about them. You know, with this one, like it's
Well, it
in the
feels good,
niche,
sure.
it's even better than these ones in the niche, in my opinion. That's kind of like where to me it's a B, but
And even if
Alright.
you're not, like, it's so easy for your Guardian to be playing Holy Rosary or, like, your Survivor to play Spirit of Humanity.
Yeah, but like, what if they don't?
I mean, like, you coordinate that a little bit, like, talk to people you're playing with, but it's not difficult at all. Like, I think that Holy Rosary 2 is, like, a go-to card in most Guardian decks now.
here, let's just I want to bring up the odds too because I think like when you look at it, just because like to be fair, we also have to look at this as like the math. So 0, it's a 33% chance. A 1 in 3 chance of stop.
I oversold it a little bit, but
1 bless is 50, 2 is 67. And this is assuming a bang of 14 non-blessed tokens and 1 elder sign. So you get curses in there, it mucks it up a bit. Interesting. So Bryn, you say C?
Yeah, I think sure it's better than most of the other cards in the C tier,
Yeah.
but I think it is like a very niche card.
And Travis, what are you saying?
I think that it is easy enough to enable. That it deserves to be higher than the C cards. We can put the bomb B if you want.
Sure, I think it's. I do think.
Every time I
I
play this, like that's the thing is you just never play it if it's like
Yeah.
not gonna go if you're not don't have access to the blessed tokens.
Yeah.
And when you do, it's just good.
It's one of those things too that like people say that like you're never gonna play this in a non-Doom deck, and that's why like rating ARKHAM cards is hard because a lot of them are built for like their archetypes. I mean, like look at like, you know.
Yeah, no, I think the ward has like a bit more value than that because you don't have to be the one playing the blessed tokens.
So like
yeah,
just
but somebody does.
Yeah.
for you guys with this guys, let's just like for people at home, it's like down here, it's up here, it's up here. It's wherever you want to put it. We're gonna put it there. That's where we're gonna
Yeah.
put it.
Yeah, I think it's higher. It deserves to be higher because all the other ones rely on you doing something, and then, but that relies on someone in your team doing something.
Yeah, and I mean like. Worst case scenario, like if you don't have the blessed tokens in there and you want a 33% chance of a ward of protection for free and no horror, it's there if you want to take
For
it.
a brain.
It also commits for a brain. Upgrade Storm of Spirits.
This is probably worse than level 0.
A little bit, yeah.
Not that it's actually a worse card, but that like the part where Storm of Spirits really shines is when you are not a combat-oriented mystic, and you're looking for something to help supplement your team's ability. Whereas this one, you can't throw the upgraded. Well, you can, but you you really shouldn't throw the upgraded Storm of Spirits at a location that has other investigators at it.
Yeah.
Because the possibility of doing damage to them is much higher. Well, not the possibility, sorry, but the amount of damage. So the risk is inherently larger. And the reward is that you get to do an extra damage.
Do we think it's a whole tier lower?
I wouldn't be upset with that. Like, I personally have never found myself in a situation where I want to pay 3 XP to play this one instead of just paying my 0 to play the level 0 version.
You don't have to pay 3 XP first, pay 1.
Well, I gotta pay 3. It's gotta come out of something. Either I'm upgrading this and I'm not upgrading my other spells, because I'm some sort of
Well, it depends on how many
weirdo.
spells you want to upgrade.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any rules to like that you have to fight the highest thing. You can just fight any enemy,
No,
right?
yeah, you just
So then, like the
fight
plus
an
2
enemy.
brain isn't as big on this one because
No.
you just fight the weakest one. Yeah, I think this is
And
fine.
you're probably trying to make your brain score big anyway.
Does level 3, the upgrade one, deal 3 damage total?
Yeah, the upgraded one does 3 damage to the enemies, which is not nothing.
Yeah.
But also it does 2 damage to investigators at the location if you reveal one of the tokens. Yeah, I'm just saying that I don't think the parallel upgrade on that, like 3 and 2 versus 2 and 1. Like 1 damage, sure, most investigators can just shrug that off, no problem.
I guess.
Right? 2 might be a real problem for somebody.
Just don't draw it.
I think top of B is fair. I think that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's my argument against that
It's
one.
just the same thing.
It is. There's 2 of them.
This one's better though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like the types on the other one more.
This one's here again.
Yeah.
Let's do the upgraded one while we're here.
I think this one's like actually pretty solid.
This one does get to cut down on a lot of the problem I have with the other one being dodged that costs 3.
Yeah.
Cancel attack.
Plus also you do just have the chance of, maybe gorping whatever you dodged.
Yeah. That one only does damage.
It only does
and this
damage,
does
the other one does
a lot
damage.
more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was commits for 2 foot test, which is like
It is
probably
commit.
the second best thing that you could have your thing commit for is Mystic.
Where do you guys want to put it?
I think dodge is still not like an incredible effect.
Yeah, I could probably it's probably like a little bit less flexible than Astral Travel. Yeah, somewhere in there. A lot of this one depends on like how consistently you can hit those tokens.
Are you
Yeah.
playing Olive? Are you playing Dark Prophecy? Are you playing Jacqueline? This card's like Gangbusters and Jacqueline.
Yeah. Sick. Parallel Fates.
This card's pretty dirt.
I couldn't even tell you what this card
I
does.
have to remind myself.
You look at the top 4 and then you draw a chit, and if it is one of the garbage chits, then you shuffle them back in. If it's not a garbage chit, then you get to put the 4 back on top in any order.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
This
It's
card
down here.
exists
You know
for
what?
Gloria.
And even then,
Only Gloria.
and you side it out immediately because like the whole point is to me for the glory. I think with her how she's built right now, putting cards in her basement is actually a trap because her weakness can really be impactful.
Isn't that the entire point of chaining people to the radiator though?
Yeah. But with her, if you just like, it's all about just like choosing what people draw, right? And the fact that this can shuffle it away can like mitigate all the work you've done, in my opinion, for her. So to me, I would cut this out first in Gloria. I even haven't included this in some of my Gloria decks. Yeah.
But you can use premonition, so then you can see if you're gonna draw the token or not. And then if you're not, you can just play this.
I don't like that, Brent.
Yeah. There's a lot of comments we get, and I love all the comments. But some people are like, I have this combination, this combo that's like 3 things that do one thing great, and then I'm like, yeah, but this one card just does that, and that's like, yeah, I don't think this. I think it's like,
Yeah, but you could just do it.
yeah, but that's just also me. I'm not a dreamer. I just want the shortest, easiest way of doing something. I have no joy in my body. Voice of Ra.
This card's meh.
Yeah, it's like an emergency. It's mostly an emergency cache, assuming nobody's playing Bless or Curse.
Yeah.
That allows you to up your spell count.
I think I would only play this in Jacqueline.
Yeah,
really.
let's say in Jacqueline, this card is bonkers. It's basically just like a Faustian bargain with no curse tokens, like most of the time.
Why would you want that? The curse tokens are the fun part.
Yeah.
Man, I was like, for a second, when you said that, I was like, wait, Rin convinced me that there was something wrong with Faustian Bargain. And I'm like, what? Yeah, it's kind of meh. This one over is here again. Look at that.
Welcome
Yeah, it's
back.
probably got a second entry because it's in the Jacqueline Fine
Yeah.
deck too.
Yeah. This
And-
one's actually pretty good.
Yeah, this one is, I don't know, I'm just putting it here, I don't know where it's going to be,
I
but
think that's a pretty good place for it.
I
alright,
think-
I'm the best.
The level 2 is not actually that much worse than this. Change my mind.
The level 2 is significantly worse than this because
Why?
you have to throw away your asset. If you
Instead of putting 1 charge on it
Yeah.
and getting 1 more use out of it, you get 0 more uses out of it.
Yeah.
I think it's not that different.
I mean, the biggest upset, you get like 4 uses out of this.
Yeah,
if you
this
drop
is
it.
like, okay, sure, yeah. If you get the 4, but that, like, I don't think there's that much of a difference between the two,
Interesting.
right?
He does have experience with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The level 2 version, sure, it reads real bad and you can't play it until you are out of stuff. So there is that.
So this one's when it's empty, and this one can
I
just
mean,
be.
I think this
Well,
one's better.
it's not when it's empty. It's just that like the
You don't
fail,
wanna
the fail
discard it.
discards it, so
Yeah.
you don't want to play it while you still have charges left.
I get you.
I think this one's better because you can use it to like gear up for a fight with your Shriveling or something. When you know there's a big monster coming up, you can play this to get more charges on it. Whereas the other one, you just can't. And
Yeah,
you
no,
can't
I'm
really
not-
do it if you're embroiled in combat.
I'm not arguing that this one isn't better.
Uh-huh.
Just that it isn't like that much better. I don't think it's a D to an A jump. I think it's like a D to like a C jump or like.
I can't see myself ever putting level 2 recharge in my deck without the explicit intention of using it to upgrade with Arcane Research.
Sure.
But I would outright buy this for 4 experience sometimes.
All I'm saying is that if the other one deserves to be in the bottom, this one deserves to definitely be at least 1 tier further down from where it is now.
Okay. I don't think that's not nice. I mean, Brent brings up a good point. Like, I'm kind of with them. I kind of see the logic.
Like, this card's also good, similarly to how Word of Command is good. Where, like, it gets you more of your other experience cards. And
So is the other one.
Yeah, but sometimes you throw away your card instead.
Yeah, but it's got no charges left, so you don't care.
Yeah, but, like, you can play this when you don't have when you have charges on it.
Yeah, no,
So it's much more flexible in when you can play it.
This is true. But I'm just saying, I don't think that one of them deserves to be near the top while the other one is in the very bottom trash compactor pile.
A isn't actually near
That's-
the top. A is, like, the bottom of the top.
Yeah, okay, but that's still near
But
the
there's
top.
only 2 above, right?
Right.
And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4
Yeah,
below.
like I don't.
Sorry,
There's
3
3
below.
below.
3 below. I counted wrong. I counted this one.
That's all I'm saying.
Like, we're saying this is, like, a slightly above average card.
Okay, yeah, but then the other one deserves to be like slightly below average.
No, I disagree.
All right.
I just can't ever see myself actually playing Recharge level 2, whereas I would pay for Recharge level 4. If Recharge level 4 didn't exist, I would never play Recharge level 2.
I would never pay 4 XP for recharge level 4.
It is pretty pricey.
It is pretty hefty. I could just buy another copy of the effect I'm looking for. And because like this only works once I've already seen one, right? So like why wouldn't I just spend 4 on another upgraded version of the spell? So then I have better
Because you
better
already
odds of
have
drawing
to,
it.
and that spell is your game plan.
There's no such thing as a spell in this game that uses charges that doesn't have like 7 different versions.
You mean 3, but yes.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a different prime number.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give it 2 years, it'll be 5.
You know what? As well, I'm going to. I think it's a fair point. I think I'm going to throw it like up in this area for like as I add in my thought to this. Just because, like getting 4 charges on a spell is nice, but at the same time, the gaining 1 versus discarding is like if it's empty, 4 experience is a lot. I also personally would not play these cards, but that's just a me play style, so I already have that bias for it. I like the spells without charges personally. That's just me. It's like the same reason I don't play guns.
Like Wither, right?
No.
Yes, like Wither. You heard it here first.
No.
Justin likes Wither.
Don't put that evil on me. But I mean, maybe I do. Maybe I do, folks. No, I don't. But maybe
Have you ever played Wither level 4?
I have. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
I don't think you are absolutely qualified to make that decision.
it's no, still not great.
No, it's just bad.
I am interested to try the sign magic with it to see, but I'm doing that. That's something I don't do with you guys because.
We'll make fun of you if it doesn't work.
No, I'm used to that with Jim. That doesn't phase me. I am
You could do
immune
both.
to that. I could do both. No, my next gym deck is I don't want to say it.
Is that what you're gonna do for the? You're gonna come out here for the Return to the Circle, then you'll be like, I brought another gym deck.
No, I need to wait for Edge of the Earth because I want to do Jim with that stupid two-handed stick that for Lily Jen.
Why?
Because I want to do a gym that doesn't rely on skulls to get advantage, but just treat the skulls as zeros. So like that's my new theory for gym, which is actually I think the best way to build them, because more zeros is better than trying to get advantage out of drawing something, right?
Look, all I'm saying is that Song of the Dead.
That's not good. So I think just giving up on that part of gym. Where's this all being going back to Wither? How did this turn on to me? But no, because I like we've played so much junk together. I want to enjoy playing good decks with you guys.
It is nice.
Like with playing the Silas deck and the Mandy deck for the Forgotten Age, it's like fun to feel strong again.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, but what I was saying with chat too, I'm very interested to see other opinions on this recharge thing because I'm curious. But here is the Mystic tier list. Yeah, there's some good spells in Mystic.
I should hope so. That'd be weird if the spells were better in other colors.
I meant to say events, but you know, just had magic.
I mean, like some of the yellow ones give them a run for their money.
It's pretty good.
Sick.
Blood Rite.
Yeah, Blood Raid's pretty sick.
All right. Well, next up for our event tier list series, which I don't know when it's going to be, but it'll come out eventually. We are going to Survivor events, so get ready for spoiler alert. Lucky level 3 S tier.
Lucky level 1. Also S tier.
Maybe I'm softer on Lucky, but we'll find out what I think when we get to that next one and what they think too. But until then, have a good one, and as always, GG's.